The following presentation may contain language unsuitable for elderly grandparents, household pets, and nuns. Unnamed Drag Productions accepts no responsibility for any resulting homosexuality, teenage pregnancy, or chemical dependency that may transpire as a result of listening to this garbage fountain. You have been warned. Enjoy!
Unnamed Drag Podcast.
Hi, hey, hello, yeah, what's up? Mayo, me, your boy.
Oh wow, wee.
And welcome back to the Unnamed Drag Podcast. Boo! It's so good to see you. Thank you for being here with us on another terribly spoiled Sunday. Are you hungover? Have you had a poo? Have you had two? Are you on your third coffee? Me as well. Welcome.
Are you squeezing out a brown something right up there?
Just a little angry pine
Are
cone.
you feeling your delicate chocolate starfish stretch over too much carbohydrate? Well, we're here for you.
Or over too much cock. That's a good way to spend a hangover. Is
What,
having
watching
sex.
this while having sex? Can you imagine?
I would not get hard.
Like, wow, I've never met a guy with an innie.
It would feel like an extra belly button. It would just be like zoop.
It'd be like a starfish's stomach after they've done eating.
Yeah, 100%. However, as I was saying, being hungover and having sex is lovely.
I don't.
It's one of those things. It's like it's better than 2 paracetamol.
No, see, like, I don't like morning sex.
I'm
not a morning sex person.
But it's all the more reason to not kiss.
I don't feel, I don't feel sexy in the morning, and for me to participate, I have to feel like,
We had a meeting and we agree you are not sexy in the morning.
wow, okay.
No, she is. She's gorgeous, she's stunning, she's always sexy in the morning. She is, of course, the sensational Marilyn Sade, hosting another Tupperware party.
Yeah. Meanwhile, hosting the tugboat to hell.
That's it. That's what this is.
It is.
Yeah,
like, she
yeah.
rogered the cabin boy and he killed himself.
Yeah, chugga chugga choo choo, Steamboat Millie. Like, it's just awful, isn't it?
It's the gorgeous, the stunning Nana Arthur wearing plaits, a fringe, and a hat.
Yeah, don't pull on this too hard. It's not pinned into it.
Is it not? Is
It's
it just under the hat?
It's just tucked under my wig cap.
It's like we talked about a couple of episodes ago, like lockdown drag. You can do whatever you want. No one's going to touch it.
If anyone pulled on this, like, outside the club or something, it's just coming with them.
Has anyone pulled on your wig while you were in drag?
No, I've never had that.
I've had it so much.
I'm so
Especially
sorry.
when I used to sell shots.
That's... She sells shots.
She sells shit shots by the poor whore.
Yeah. Chin chin. Lovely.
Yeah, we had a chav night one night, and I was like, right.
That in itself is problematic.
I got like a cap and put a blonde fringe under it, and then like a toilet roll, covered it in fabric, and then had a cascade of hair coming out of it, like a high pony coming out of a baseball cap.
Like when Sporty Spice used to be done up.
Yes. Yeah. It was
Like
a-
Sporty Spice got glam because her Adidas tracksuit had like sequins.
Yeah. It was a high pony, but for some reason, straight girls just tugged on it.
That's fucking horrible.
Yeah, I know. Straight girls are the worst for drag.
I think I probably haven't had that experience because I look like the type of queen that, like, you don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
It's just nasty.
Whereas I look clean, but I stink.
Yeah. But that's the thing, I am clean, but I look like I reek.
Your visual is a very, like, nostril
Oh,
experience.
she must be humming.
Yeah, whereas I like, oh, she looks like she smells like Chanel. And no, she
Susie,
smells like Channel Tunnel.
You
That's
look
what
like you
she
got a
smells
clean one. Let's have a look. Yeah, but none of that. But once again, just giving us that Tupperware sharty, that glory. She's got a tit. She's got
the sleeves.
bulging slabs.
Look at the sleeves.
Bulging slabs.
Again, I made this.
I can't
This
believe
costs
it.
less than a tenner.
You put it on earlier, and I forgot that you showed me a picture of after you'd made it. It was almost like, oh my god, where did you get that?
My house.
From the Sane Asylum sweatshop.
Yeah.
Everything's been a sweatshop though.
Hashtag Sane Asylum drag.
But, I mean, it's just so wonderful to see your growth, your development, your style journey. Because that's something that we're going to talk about today. It's style journey.
Lovely started as if we're giving a lecture. We have not a point of knowledge on that.
I mean, we're like, it's several glasses of wine I went at this point to our hangover poo. But yeah, we thought we'd have a little bit of a chat about like style, influences, but mostly around makeup.
Makeup, because that's the thing. I could be wearing this, but if I look janky up top, ruins the deal.
Yeah.
Makeup
exactly.
is really what sells drag for me.
It has to be, I think, because like even if you're doing like busted makeup that's kind of like a little bit like I haven't tried gender fucky, it's done in such a way that it still looks great and ticks all the boxes.
That's it. Bad makeup can be done with intention.
Yeah.
And tell a story.
But do you know, I mean, again, this isn't a read, because I have to just go in by saying it's not a read because of the way that I was just kind of like framing it. Baby Lane.
Yes!
Baby Lane, like, some people would look at that
Christine!
and go like, oh my god, yeah, they'd go, what bad makeup? And it's like, that makeup is done with intention.
Yeah,
it's done with purpose. It's done in shapes and styles and layouts that works.
Yeah.
Like, so it's not actually like...
Christine does her entire makeup with her fingers.
Yeah.
And it looks great.
Yeah.
Because of who she is as a queen.
And also using a palette that's like cold colours like bruise, popped hemorrhoid. And also that was the other thing when Christine does her makeup, she doesn't use a wipe or anything, she wipes the residue on the rest of her body and then it just looks like nasty bruises and it continues the theme.
Oh, I love it so
I know.
much. I love it so much.
I love it so much. So much time for it.
Tell me about your makeup. Where did you start and where did you get to?
So...
Talk me
Can I
through
tell you about...
your journey with makeup. Where did you begin?
Oh my god, well my journey with makeup began as like a teen goth, like back in the day, when your whole face could be done with just like some talcum powder and one kohl eyeliner pencil. That did your liner, your detail, the pictures you drew on your face, like a spider web, a lightning bolt, whatever.
You went full goth though.
Yeah. And
did you wear it out?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Wow.
I was just asking to be killed.
In Scotland,
But also, like, you would do your... What we used to do, because, like, black lipstick was not readily available in the area that we lived in, and this was, like, 20 years ago as well.
Nail varnish.
20 years ago.
Don't do
No. Never did that. It was, you'd do your lips with, like, a kohl pencil, and then you would use some, like, Vaseline lip balm to make it look glossy rather than dry.
Did that work?
Yeah, but then the problematic thing is like it never sets.
Yeah.
It just always... And then, again, I couldn't just go on YouTube and be like, how to get my lipstick to not be goopy. Like...
That wasn't a thing?
You just had to pretend that it was fine. And it was anything but...
Like the majority of our childhood. Just pretend it's fine.
And then when I got a hold of like a lip liner pencil, like a red pencil, I was like making my eyes look like they were infected, having a great time. A blue pencil really opened up a lot of opportunities because I used it as an eyeshadow because I never had any palettes. I would just smudge it out.
When you say got hold of?
Got hold of, like...
How do you mean?
Oh, from like the local...
so you bought it?
I didn't know I stole it.
Stole it?
From the local, like, I guess you would call it a chemist's.
Yeah.
But people tend to say pharmacist these days because everything's been Americanized. But it was always a chemist to me. It's where I also used to buy my 75p hint of a tint hair dyes, which was just like a wash in, wash out. And you had burgundy or copper flame, so you could be ginger or purple.
Oh, wow.
And I used to live in a windmill. That's how I feel right now. Very...
You do look like you're telling a story. You all do time.
Gather round, children, gather round the Instagram. And I will tell you, I am the elder millennial that Eliza talks about. So yeah, when I managed to get my grubby little mitts on, like...
cannot take your weight.
It can't take my beef, can it? When I got a hold of like me blue and me purple and me red pencils, again, they were all fucking pencils. And then as I started to get older, as about 16, I discovered what Superdrug was, going outside of a small town to a large town that had a Superdrug. Then I was like, again, couldn't find a black lipstick, but could find a dark purple.
Yeah.
Dark purple lipsticks, and then line my lips in black and then fill it in with a dark purple.
If you ever want to buy me a gift, buy me... What's it called?
Night Moth.
No, not
the
Night Moth.
MAC lip
No,
pencil?
the MAC lipstick.
Oh, what is that
Punk
called?
Couture.
Oh.
Buy me MAC Punk Couture.
Yeah. Do they still make it?
I think they stopped and then started again.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sure.
I've got it.
If you could buy me, buy me.
Yeah. So yeah, that was up until I was like a teenager, and then to be honest, I had not like a hiatus from makeup, But I would say that then all of the makeup that I was doing was performative around like playing music gigs.
Yeah.
So it might be that I kind of like did one eye.
It was drag without knowing you're doing drag.
Yeah.
Without trying to do drag.
Exactly. Or like I do a photo shoot and I need to powder or whatever, that kind of shit. A bit of concealer, a bit of like white eyeliner, that sort of whatever. And then when I started doing drag.
When does that start?
Drag. When does that kick in?
Yeah.
When I started doing that,
When are
oh
you gonna
my
bust
god.
that out?
I was sent links to like those awful palettes of it's 180 different types of eyeshadow. Oh, it's so great.
It's 180 different types of shadow that you can't see.
Yeah, they don't have any pigment.
They barely leave a welt.
They were like one wear eyeshadows because by the time you'd finished getting enough pigment or whatever, you dug out the whole fucking
You're
pot.
scraping
and they were the size of a, like, I'm not even exaggerating, like the size of a 5p piece or a penny. Super small.
80,000 on a book.
Yeah. But, and this...
Luckily, I never had one.
This is the tea.
Oh.
This is like when it gets...
Oh.
I'm gonna get cancelled, like deceased goop.
No, why?
So I had one of those like 180 eyeshadows or whatever,
Yes.
but one of the layers was like blush in my makeup kit. 7 years old.
Are you still using it?
I'm still working my way through those blushes.
Do you still actively use them?
That's what this is. It's what I've got on today.
Well, that's the gag.
And I bet it said 24 months and it would expire. Bitch.
Oh, bitch.
+5, I'm fine.
The moment you give me an infection, I'll stop using it.
Exactly. I've not come out in any hives or rashes. I mean, I might be. Maybe it's just making it pop. I don't know. But yeah, I got rid of the eyeshadows because they were doing jack shit, but I'm still using the blushes.
Get it, you whore.
And I get it. I get the expiration date where it's like, if I was using it on
If I had sensitive skin...
If it was my eyes or it was going in my mouth,
Okay,
then
so here's
no.
the tea. So when I started makeup, it was just what I could steal from my mum and my sister.
Oh, that storyline, yeah.
Yeah, so it was just like, oh, a foundation, cool. Oh, this does something.
How
Or
much
like,
older is your sister than you? She's
3 years.
So she's 3 years ahead. So she's 16, you're 13. That's the perfect age
Exactly.
to like, to get in that gig.
yeah.
Mhm.
So then she was trying a lot of new things, not liking them. I'd just swoop in and grab that shit.
Yeah.
I remember my first makeup look, I posted it, I think it's still on Instagram. It's like a clown mouth thing that I did, and I was like, I do makeup now. And then I got a white powder, and like started highlighting the inner corners of my eyes, that kind of stuff. That was fire for me. And I was like, if you highlight the inner corners of your eyes, it makes your eyes look more open. I'm a makeup artist.
Work from light to dark with your shadows,
And
Oh, wow.
a brown eyeliner I had. I went through a goth emo phase, but I never did the makeup.
Oh,
During the day.
okay.
I used to put a bit of concealer on.
To be honest, emo makeup for me, I always found that quite questionable because it was just goth with no flair.
Oh, do you think?
Yeah.
No, I think it's the other way around.
No, I thought that
Emo was goth with blending.
No.
Yeah, I
always
disagree.
just thought, well, maybe it's the people that I hung around with, but he always just looked fucking more messy than the goth.
Really?
Because
maybe because there were 13-year-olds.
And also
I
I think that because the goth that I knew had so much roots in punk that if it looked a bit rough around the edges, it worked with
was
the
meant
aesthetic.
to.
It was
Yeah.
fine.
Whereas-
But when I saw the emo, I was like, if you're wearing a pristine checker belt and fucking whatever it is that you're fucking with...
that's scene.
Huh?
Pristine checker belt, that's a scene kid.
Literally, what is the difference?
I know the difference because I am the difference.
You split your difference. That's about it.
I was an emo, so I wore all black and then flashes of red occasionally.
That was seen.
No.
That was the same thing.
No.
We are going to have to agree to disagree because I never saw what the difference was whatsoever.
Well,
I am
because you're ignorant.
I am still,
ignorant, Nana.
I'm still that old bitch though who obviously when people are just like, oh my god, you look so emo, I'd be like, I am goth, how dare you?
Yeah.
I'm an elder goth because when emo and scene and shit came out, I was already like going into different
So anyway,
avenues and
makeup.
whatever. But yeah, makeup.
I had a brown eyeliner, which, much like you, I still have, and I still use.
Yeah.
That's...
Nothing's on fire yet, nobody died.
How old
Fuck
am
you.
I? I'm 28.
You're fucking 28, doesn't work, does it? It doesn't sound the same. But
That's
yeah, you're
17 years old.
Wow-wee!
I'm still just using it.
Yeah, and it still
It
works.
still works.
Yeah.
It still works, it still goes on. In my eye, on my waterline.
Fossilized makeup. You heard it here first. Just get in
Just
there.
fucking get in there.
Get in there and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? Blindness.
Yeah. So I used to have a makeup.
Teeth fall out. Give a shit.
I had like loads of stuff, and I still have it. Like I still have loads of bullshit in my big case. Not in my drag go-to stuff. My other case. That's just stuff that I picked up from other people, and I used to take it to parties. And then halfway through the night, I'd be like, I'm gonna do a makeup look. Or like a drunk girl would be like, do makeup on me. I'd be like, okay.
Nice.
And
we've had this conversation.
And they look like shit, and they wore it.
We've had this conversation before, though, that like intrinsically there is something in
You're gay.
In the whole like gay and female thing where they're just like, oh, can you help me with my makeup? I'd always say yes, and somehow turn the party, even though I didn't actually have any experience. Like the makeup I was doing on girls was more complicated than what I ever did on myself.
Same.
Do you know when I first did eyeliner?
Yeah.
Back in my like 13-year-old goth days, I used to trace my eyeball on the bottom so that it was like a bag.
You tried to do the like doll eye thing?
It was like a bag of black under my eyes, so thick.
Whereas you know this, I just stick the pencil in my eye, close my eye on it, and then shimmy it around.
That makes me feel so funny.
I do it to this day.
I know you do, it makes me feel really odd. But anyway, going back to modern makeup. Modern makeup in these days, my darling.
So like that was when I was playing around.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't till I got an internet connection that I started watching a lot of porn, and also watching...
What the fuck is this doing?
Do you remember Petrolude? Or like Misty Eyes?
Oh, Misty Eyes.
Misty Eyes.
Yeah. Oh, of course I know who Misty Eyes is.
Petrolude.
Yeah. Loving You Is Easy.
Faggots in makeup. And I was like, what is this?
Well, Misty Eyes is trans, actually. Like, came out as trans in later life.
Yeah, but
at the time, faggot in makeup.
Back in day, faggots in makeup. And I was like, I'm a faggot and I have makeup. Oh, and also, I told you about the makeup kit that I used to take to parties.
Yeah.
That was in a pillowcase. In a pillowcase that was covered in dust from everything that had cracked in there because it's not a makeup bag.
That's the cutest thing.
When it's in a pillowcase. I looked like I was running away from home.
When it's just bouncing around inside there getting all smashed up and you don't realise that not that makeup is delicate, but it doesn't travel well if you don't travel it properly.
The black powder I use is at least 10 years old and I'm still using it.
What, shadow powder?
It's a Stargazer eyeshadow.
Oh yeah, wow.
Because I kept licking my brush and sticking it in there and eventually it's like fossilised.
Yeah.
So I can keep going in there and it picks up. I'm still using it.
Star Shadow little palettes, by the way, if you ever want like a blush and you're in a pinch.
Stargazer.
What did I say?
Star Shadow.
Did I say Star Shadow? Sorry, it leads me on to my point.
Is that a Teen Titan?
Stargazer, like any of the red or pink eyeshadows, make a great blush.
Yeah.
Because
leading
on to my next point of what I have discovered in my makeup journey is just because she says she's an eyeshadow doesn't mean that she's not a blush or a highlighter or a whatever.
Just because she says she's a pencil doesn't mean you can't do your lip, cheek. Matthew Anderson says you can do a full face in a dark purple.
In a dark purple.
And I believe it.
I believe it.
I want to try it.
I mean, I wouldn't.
I would.
But
that's a makeup challenge. Let's do it.
But a makeup look that I did the other day.
Let's challenge ourselves to try that one.
A makeup look that I did the other day when I was like, I will just use my Stone Fox liquid lip.
Yes.
I did my lip, my eye makeup, and my contour with it.
Wow.
Yeah. Like you could even buff it out enough on your. I mean, I didn't use a sponge. I just used my finger. Yeah. But it gave me a contour.
Well, you're using a lip as a fucking cheek. You can't be like, oh, but I didn't use a brush.
Yeah. Oh no. No. Like I managed to do a contour with it. Like, granted, it wasn't like the most popping one, but it still gave me like cheekbones that were not there before.
What are janky makeup tricks that you still do?
Janky makeup tricks that I still do. Oh god.
Spit as a mixing medium.
I mean, that's your awful one, isn't it?
I've tried to. I use saline solution now, but I used to just spit in because I use Snazzy for everything.
Yeah, so fucking.
I still use Snazzy for eyeliner and brows. I look great.
I would say that
great.
Some of the makeup trickery that I do at the moment would probably be. Doesn't matter what your liner looks like too much because you're going to put on massive lashes.
I can see that from here.
That's a big one, obviously.
Yeah, this one, there's in the middle, there's a corner.
Fuck you, it's not that bad! Oh my god! That's probably the end of the lash. So yeah, I rely quite heavily on the fact that the lashes will be very forgiving of whatever it is that I'm doing.
I rely on that for you too.
Yeah, that's a big old thing, isn't it?
Okay.
But I'm known for it.
You hate me right now.
No, I don't. It's fine. Like, I would never. Do you know when like not amateur. That's the wrong word. But amateur.
Baby queens.
I like when they use the hashtag MUA, and like I'm just like I would never, because I didn't go to school for it and I'm not trained.
I use it sometimes now just to
you want
garner
to
a bit of attention.
Yeah, you want to get the like super.
Yeah.
But I would never want anyone to come to my stream and just be like, how dare you? Maybe it's not so much that I think that you shouldn't use it unless you're trained. Maybe it's that I don't have the audacity because I feel like someone would call me out and it'd be like, you are not.
You can get a discount in MAC if you are a makeup artist, or it used to be that you could get a discount in MAC if you were a makeup artist or a photographer.
But how do you prove that?
You take in an invoice.
What?
Which you can make.
Yeah, you
Which
can.
I did make.
Here we go. Now we get to the middle.
And
of
you
the
get an
road.
industry discount. It's not a big discount. I think it's like 10%.
Discount's discount.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
When I'm buying two studio fixes, also those studio fix. The studio fix I used to do my contour, I've had since I started drag.
Bitch, do you know how many people who were going in with their fucking NUS card?
Exactly.
When they were like with their toddlers.
I was in college 18 years ago. Can I have a discount?
You can't be going to fucking high payment sixth form when you're 30, but you know,
When you can.
if you can flash your yellow card, then why not? Yeah. Anyway, I feel like I had a point that I was going to make about the whole makeup thing and I forgot.
If it leaves a mark.
Sorry, that was it. I'm very much of the opinion that like, oh god, I'm going to sound like more of a pretentious wanker than usual. It is like
How?
Makeup for me at the moment is very much like an extension of an artistic medium that I like to use when I'm trying to like create something. And it doesn't mean that it's going to be perfect or pristine. Like a lot of the time I'm sloppy and I use my fucking fingers. And I just
Which is a really great way of saying you're not very good at makeup.
But I don't think that I am that great at makeup.
Oh, no, you are pretty.
But I think that
You know when you turned round earlier when we were getting ready and you came around the corner and your contour was done, I was like, damn.
Damn,
Your contour is
Daniel.
hands down better than mine.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Because
hands down.
I always think that you look stunning and very effortlessly so, and it makes me a little bit mad. But like, you would automatically say that like, oh, this isn't my best face, I didn't try. Like, we're very quick to shit on ourselves about it because,
absolutely.
you know, it's just...
It's what you've done.
I mean, humble pie is empty calories, but it's more maybe just the fact that like, we don't have a huge following that's blowing up smoke up our
and also
asses
when
all
you've
the
been
time.
doing a face from like 2 centimetres away, chiseling in, you know what everything is. You know what's wrong with it.
Like, you know that your house isn't quite in order. Yeah, I get that. But I think personally, because I'm going back and forth from like doing drag to just doing like looks, if you know what I mean. I just want to create whatever I think looks right. And there's very often times where I look at the end product and go, this isn't what I had in my head.
Thing is, whenever you send me like Art Hole Tuesday and I'm like, oh, try this, but I'm viewing it from a perspective of drag.
Oh, that's
I'm always trying to make it like, just like, I don't know, I'm trying to put the little drag cherry on it. And I've just clocked that maybe you're not after that.
I'm kind of, I mean, it's very, obviously it's very drag inspired, but at the same time, I don't want to say like kinky galinky and club kid and like just whatever the means is to the end to create the look, but I'm not putting myself on that platform and giving myself that credential, but it's inspired by it.
Do you remember when you used to just do a full garage door of black and set it with glitter?
I do.
I used to really like that.
I did like it, but it just becomes...
I'm not saying it's better than what you do now, but like... it was a lot of fun.
I got bored of it. I think
Really?
that's probably what it was. Because I was just like, I just set it with what, like a different colour of glitter. There's not actually as much I mean, I'm not going all out like a Virgin Extravaganza, where the crease and everything is like blended glitters mixed with like liquid, like silicone, liquid latex.
Fuck off.
You know what I mean? Like, I ain't doing that.
No.
And also I wouldn't want to because that's like, I feel very much like she's got that with her brand and whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway. And also, there's a renaissance period for me at the moment because I'm now cutting a crease and playing with eyeshadows.
Yeah.
Like I should have been doing about 7 years ago.
Yay! There's no like time scale on it.
But yeah.
What I will say is you've always worn a lash. You've always like...
For drag, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't always with makeup looks. I don't always have a lash on.
Yeah. But I mean, like, for drag.
100%.
For drag, for me, if you're, like, just pop a lash on.
Yeah, please.
It doesn't hurt.
It's a personal preference, though. I get that people feel like they don't have, or if their lash is so teeny tiny that it looks like, to us, they're not wearing a lash. But to them, they're like, I'm wearing the Nadine Girls Aloud special from Superdrug.
That's it, like...
But to me, I'm like, that's not a lash.
My brand of drag is... Like, and people are gonna shit on me for saying this, but the way I do my makeup is a different version of kind of what like Trixie Mattel, India Farah, that kind of very deliberate lines, not realistic makeup.
It's always going to be graphic illustration on your face.
Yes, exactly.
That's
Evil
what
bitch cartoon.
Evil bitch cartoon will always be the one.
Even if, like, right now, I think, for me, I look quite delicate. If you put this on a real human being... Get fucked, Diane. No, it's not happening.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
I feel like
I look like a delicate woman.
I feel particularly now that it's like got to the point where I'm shaving off brows instead of blocking them out. For me, this is like, oh, what a delicate woman. She just happens to have a beard, but I'm like, look at my cheek. Look at my cheek. Like, that's not going to happen on a natural feminine face. Oh,
and here's the thing.
Here's the thing.
No,
scissor me again. I like that. I like that scissor finger.
Yeah,
Oh,
do that. Get your attention.
Oh, it's so disgusting.
I love that you work so ridiculously, so crazy. The stuff you do, like your cheekbones are halfway up your face.
Yeah.
They're next to your ears.
Yeah,
and
that's not where a cheek lives.
No, and underneath it is milky white.
Yeah.
But you're doing it in natural colours.
Yeah.
Like,
that's where the deception comes in.
It's insane. So you're doing it in like 18 shades of beige, brown, bronze, woman. So you could literally draw a dick on your face, but blend it out gorgeously in these 18 shades of bronze. You're like, it's like I said, your contour is like, fuck me up. I live for your contour. Whereas I have 3 shades, white, brown, black. And then I'll put like a blue and a red in.
Yeah. Like, switch the game up now.
The blue and the red change, everything else. Do you remember when I used to base entirely in white?
Yeah.
And then work down from there?
Yeah.
So I used to go in with white, and then I have one studio, I don't have a contour palette, I don't have a bronzer, I don't have any sort of orange shades. I went into MAC and was like, give me the darkest powder you have. I have an NW58.
In racially insensitive, yeah.
I contour in shade culturally inappropriate. And I do. And I used to do my whole face with a white pound stick.
Yeah.
Blend it out, set it,
and then
do everything else.
Pop on some other
shit. And then just put brown on it and blend it down into the middle. Mm-hmm. It kind of worked. But the second someone took a photo with
that's what I was gonna say. That phase, it really worked in. Oh my god! There's been a disaster! Okay. Where's it gone? Has it gone anywhere?
We've just on the floor.
We've just spilled some wine on the floor.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's been a spill on aisle, fuck up.
Okay, we're just gonna take a Union 5 whilst we just clean up.
I'm swooping it off the table back into my glass.
Yeah, but it's gone like on my makeup case. Does it matter? Has it gone into my makeup?
No, the most it hits.
It's interesting that we're talking about makeup today because Marilyn's just spilled white wine into my makeup.
Okay, so no.
Do you think it's okay?
It's fine.
Everything's closed on there, isn't it? Okay, so back to my original point. So
I used to base in
when there was a picture taken of it and you could see like your hands and your neck, you'd be like, oh no. Oh no. But in person, it was always just like harsh, severe, clown, drag, evil, bitch cartoon. So it worked. But it didn't translate, if your hands were in the shot.
No.
Then it was
absolutely not. And I used to work with the Les Follies and I came through the showgirl scene.
Les Follies.
And they were all like trying to be women. They were like, look how gorgeously passable, gorgeous. Like, and I was always like, look! I always
Pussy Spice!
Me in the back. And they were like, you look great on Halloween.
Yeah. But that's I think
Which is a shady way of saying you're good at makeup.
That's the thing with like a lot of drag though. It's like being like pigeonholing yourself into like a certain. So much wine on your chin. Ow, cut myself. Sorry. Just having a sex and really fun. No, the point I'm trying to make, when you like want to pigeonhole yourself into like, I am this thing or whatever,
Get fucked.
Gets really boring. Really
Although,
fast.
speaking of, I'm getting kind of bored with my makeup.
Really?
I feel like I'm doing the same thing every time and adding different colours.
Well, you've warmed yourself up a lot now.
Yeah.
From the corpse.
Yeah.
From the corpse cadaver.
I only wear white up here now.
Yeah.
I'm only based in white under my eyebrows and like right at the tippy top of my cheekbones. The rest is a shade of human.
Wow. You remember when you took drag to its logical conclusion, and I absolutely fucking loved that. That was just sensational.
Every now and again I get tempted.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah. It's like how big and stupid can you make it? Yeah.
That's the fun.
That is the fun.
Which is like, as well, like I was talking earlier, you used to go on YouTube and like the 2 people who did makeup the way you wanted to do it. Now it's so accessible. So accessible.
But also kind of boring.
Yeah!
I'm seeing a lot of the same thing over and over and over. And I'm not saying this is the most original face in the world. I'm just having a good time. But I am just seeing people who are doing like Instagram makeup by numbers.
It's very well blended.
Yeah, you're on a drama though, do you know what I mean? Like...
It's like Canada's Drag Race at the minute. Ilona Verley. Gorgeous queen. Stunning. Instagram. That's it. It's just an Instagram queen.
Yeah.
She's just an Instagram... To me, she's just an Instagram queen. To everyone, like... I'm being very derivative of someone else's art form and they could do the same about me.
This is the thing when you get into makeup, like... I mean, we didn't even crack the subject.
I feel like we could do a part 2 on this.
We could probably do a part 2 on this, couldn't we? Quite easily. But, but we've run out of wine.
Yeah. I threw it on the floor.
Makeup children.
Makeup children.
13-year-olds doing like full-on drag stripper faces.
Scraping by on what we could steal from our mum and our sisters, whereas fucking 10-year-old Stuart is getting the Jeffree Star palette for fucking Christmas.
And not even knowing how problematic it is. Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't even know the racial injustice there is.
But also the fact that like they do all the faces.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're a child making like come fuck me eyes. And it just makes me feel not okay. It makes me feel super uncomfortable.
Pussy lips. And they're 3 years old.
There's something that's just not okay about it. So this is going to be a 2-part because I feel
we're
like...
to dive into like kids in makeup.
There's so much more that we could talk about with makeup, obviously, and I've had a great time talking about it,
Me too. I've had a wine on the floor, fantastic.
Such a good time that we've spilt some wine. TM, trademark that bullshit.
That's how you know a party's been good.
Yeah.
Is your floor ruined? That means you had a nice time.
Oh, is your pussy slicked all over the laminate?
Is your light...
Is your life over? Is that what you're going to say?
Is your linoleum peeling? Come talk to me.
Are you linoleum because you're peeling? Bye, everybody!
Get in the fucking...
Bye, everybody!
London Drag Podcast.
Part 2 coming really soon, bye!
Is it? We'll remember.
No, maybe. Bye!